Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Cosmos Atom. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at the daily chart here, you can see that Cosmos dropped down to our target from the previous video, $6.50. This was retested, and this was based on these previous touches from October 2023 and September 2023. So we essentially are creating a double bottom pattern here. And what is very crucial at the moment is that we want to hold this October low. We do not want to be dropping below it. If we do, that's going to be bad news for Cosmos, because then it opens up a door for a potential downtrend here. And we don't want to see that because we're in a massive sideways channel. We want to consolidate and then break out, kind of like what Chainlink did not too long ago. Now on this particular fib, you can see we had the high set up in July last year, the low in October last year, and we perfectly got to the 1.618 at $14. That was a really good time to be, taking some profits if you wanted to. Personally, I'm still staking my coins, earning airdrops at the same time, so I'm not worried about my Cosmos coins. But we're going to remove that fib for now, and we're going to set up a different one, a new fib. Just like that, and this fib is going to show us the targets to the downside. So we have $4.91. That's going to be our minimal target in case we lose this October low. If we lose that October low, this is going to be our minimal target. And am I expecting that to happen? Not necessarily, unless Bitcoin continues dumping, because if Bitcoin dumps more, altcoins are going to bleed even harder. So Bitcoin isn't doing too much right now. It's not even crashing, and altcoins are bleeding. So if Bitcoin takes a dive, then altcoins could probably drop another 20 to 30%, which is, which is around 30% down to $4.90. So be careful going all in right now. You have to be wary of the situation. But these are really good prices to be getting into Cosmos. If you don't have any Cosmos coins, this is the time to be getting into the project. Of course, not financial advice. Now, taking a look at the RSI, we're once again in the oversold here, and that's a good time to accumulate, historically speaking. So April 2024, good time. Then we had these lows from September 2023. Before that, we had these lows from June 2022. So this is a good indicator to use to kind of see where the local bottom is. Let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. All right, looking at the weekly, this is the sideways channel that I was talking about. As you can see, we have multiple points of contact here. We're sitting at the very edge there, at the very edge of this sideways channel, and we do not want to be losing that level at all. $6.80, we want to be holding that on the weekly chart for dear life. And then we kind of had a bit of a fake out here with the bullish cross when we started pumping in March. Now what is happening here is that we are printing a new massive support level, right? So you had this support level over here, then you had this resistance above us. You broke above the resistance you came back down and you're retesting that resistance as support multiple times. Okay, and that is good because we are creating another layer of support over here, like a foundation, you could say, and that is very important. Now, it would have been much nicer if Cosmos, let's say, was sitting at new all-time high prices, but that's not the case. And if we are looking at all-time high prices, that would be around $44. So we have a nice trend line there. What we can do is we can set up a Fibonacci retracement to see what our minimal target is going to be for Cosmos. So that is $75 in this bull market. Can we get to those prices? Can we get to $98 perhaps? We'll have to wait and see. But if you're looking to buy in right now, like I said, these are great opportunities at hand. I always try to take advantage of them because they don't come often. And keep in mind, this is election year. So the markets are going to naturally turn bullish, especially after they start cutting interest rates. Now looking at the stochastic and the RSI on the weekly, you can see they're very close to their oversold. Well, the stochastic is an oversold. The relative strength index isn't yet. If it gets there, that's even bigger. For example, look at this bottom here. So look at how the bottom on the RSI matches the touch on the price action chart. Look at that, September 2023. And then over here, we have the exact same thing playing out, June 2022. And then over here, you know, if we drop into the oversold, that's going to be a very good buying opportunity. So this is your signal. Okay, now we're not expecting 100x from this coin. Keep in mind, this is a safe old coin that is at least going to come back up to its all-time high, is what I'm expecting here for Cosmos. Okay, and while you're staking, you are going to be getting some airdrops. Personally, I've made more money with the airdrops than I've invested into Cosmos. So it was a smart investment, and it was a smart move to stake the coins. What you do with your airdrops is a whole different question, but you know, that's a topic for a different video. So that's what we have for Cosmos. Still holding this support, like I said, that's going to be very important for us to hold, because we do not want to be losing a major level like that. If we do, you know, we don't know how low we can drop, right? You're gonna start looking at some of these levels here, right? This February 2020 low, December 2020 low, March 2020 low. We don't know how deep we can go from there. So let's see what happens. In any case, don't overexpose yourself to a single altcoin. Don't go all in into any altcoins. And let me know, what are your thoughts on Cosmos? Let me know what are your thoughts on the market in general. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and take care.